And welcome back, and it is the 10th of March, higher plus 5 a day, and let's just jump straight into the first question. So we have, well, it's a pretty standard what's called triple bracket, so it's expand and simplify. Now normally I would say expand the easy one and then just do the harder one later, but actually these are all, there's no easy ones here, is there? So let's just get straight on with the first two. So if I expand this, that's going to be 3x times 2x, which is 6x squared, and I'm going to do this in one. So 3x times 3 is 9x, minus 2x is going to give me plus 7x, and minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. And I'm doing all of that multiplied by x minus 7. Now, if you see my videos do this before, the way that I do this is I keep in columns based on what the power is. So I'll show you what I mean now. So I'm going to multiply all of these by the x, and that's going to give me 6x cubed plus 7x squared minus 3x. And then I'm going to multiply everything by minus 7. So that's going to give me minus 42x squared. Minus 7 times plus 7 is minus 49x. And minus 7 times minus 3 is plus 21. And you can see how I've left it in sort of columns of powers, if you like. Easy to add up now. So 6x cubed plus 7 minus 42 is going to give me minus 35x squared. Minus 49, take away another 3 is minus 52x, and 21 is just 21, and that is my final answer. Next question. Right, what's going on here? Solve. Okay, now this has become quite common now in exams, is they'll give you someone's working and they say basically what have they done wrong. And to be honest, the easy way of doing it is just do the question next to it and then see where their error is. It's really hard to spot errors. As a teacher, it's quite common to get a question, where's my error? And especially with A level, the answer is normally, I don't know. It's really hard to see. Anyway, point is, let's just do it. So I need to solve this, which means I need to factorize it first. So two numbers that multiply to make minus 33 are minus 11 and plus 3. So basically, I agree that step. Then that tells me that x is equal to 11 or minus 3. So I agree that step. Now, quick sketch is going to help me here, isn't it? So I remember that minus 3 is here and 11 is here. And I want all values that are greater than. So in other words, I want x to be greater than 11, but that's incorrect because it should be x is less than minus 3. And there's my error. Good question. I like that question. Right, solve. Now, sometimes a question actually just says, can you do it properly? In this case, it's a different question, so I need to be careful. So, usual things, can I factorize? Can I factorize? I can't, can I? So I was thinking it was 7 and 3, but 7 and 3 don't give me 3. I can't factorize. Ah, okay. Now, this is the hard version of the question. I'm going to have to use a quadratic formula. So therefore, x equals minus 3, which is 3, plus minus the square of 3, which is 9, minus 4 times minus 21, which is plus 4 times 21, which is 84. And I'm dividing all that by 2. Okay, which is going to give me two answers. So the first answer is going to be 3 plus, well, 84 plus 9 is 93. So 3 plus root 93 over 2, or 3 minus root 93 over 2. I wonder whether this was supposed to be such a hard question, but anyway, never mind, doesn't matter. Let's carry on. Now, I'm going to draw my graph. It must be the case that this one is lower than this one here because I'm taking away. So this is 3 minus 93 over 2, and this one is 3 plus root 93 over 2. And I want all answers that are below. So in other words, I want these answers here. So my final answer is 3 minus root 93 over 2 is less than x, which is less than 3 plus root 93 over 2. And that's it. Now, as I mentioned, I think it might have been yesterday's question, actually. I think it was yesterday's question. It doesn't tell me here. So exact form is fine. Just so I've done the numbers, let's do them quickly. So 3 minus root 93 over 2 is going to give me minus 3.32. Again, let the question guide you here. And 3 plus root 93 over 2, I'm using a calculator obviously here, is going to give me 6.32. I suspect either of those two answers will be fine, but let the question guide you as to what it wants you to do. Good question. Nice little sort of tricky bit at the end with the thirds, but I like that one. Next question. Find the number of tiles in pattern n. Now, again, as you may have seen me say in other videos, there's only 3 patterns here, but because I'm adding a row and a column, I know this is going to be a quadratic pattern because I'm adding a side and a side, and I'm multiplying. So in other words, I'm adding a square. Let's just count them up. So that's 6, that's 3 times 4, which is 12, and this is 4 times 5, which is 20, which means this goes up by 6, this goes up by 8, which means my second term, A, is going to be equal to 2. What do I need to do? Find the number of tiles in pattern N. I just basically need the nth term, don't I? From the work I've just done, I know that A is equal to 1. I know my sequence is 6, 12, 20. And then I'm going to take away one lot of n squared. In other words, that's 1, so one lot of n squared. So 1 squared is 1 times 1, 2 squared is 4 times 1, and 3 squared is 9 times 1. Take this away, and that's going to give me 5, 8, and 11. And this is a sequence which goes up by 3 and add 2 to start, so it's going to be the sequence 3n plus 2, which means my nth term is going to be n squared, because that's 1, plus this thing here, which is going to be plus 3n plus 2. Nice question. I like that question, so I'll just pause and just to double check, but I'm happy with that question. Final one. There are n counters in the bag. 3 counters are white. Let's write this down. So 3 counters are white, and the rest are green. So green is n minus 3. That's correct. Okay. 2 counters are taken for the bag at random. Find the probability in terms of n. Okay, so there's no solving, that both counters are green. Okay, actually this is not too bad, is it? So probability of green in green is the first green are the n minus 3 greens and n counters, and I'm multiplying that by, well, if there's n minus 3 and I take away 1, there's now n minus 4, and if I had n counters and I take away 1, there's n minus 1 overall. So it's a conditional probability question. Let's put all this together. So that's going to be n minus 3, n minus 4 all over n minus 1. And that's it. And that is today's questions done. As ever, let me know how you did. A nice little mix of questions today. I thought they were not too difficult, but it's definitely semi-difficult. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you for tomorrow's. Thanks all.